I caught COVID, and it got serious. I didn't want to tell her, but I did, because I didn't want her to come down, because she lives in Temecula at the time, come down and get sick, trying to protect her. She refused. She wanted to come and be with me and take care of me. I kind of told security not to allow her in on the low, just tell her she can't come. But apparently the guy that I talked to wasn't there that day. She came. So she stayed a couple of days, and she took care of me, and of course she caught COVID. And we took a turn for the worse. And it was dire. I remember some days until this one point that I passed out, and I was gone, and I woke up in her lap, just full of water and sweat. And she was just holding me and massaging my head, I remember, and I didn't know where I was at. And she told me I was gone, so I didn't know. And then she took care of me for that period of time, and then she turned, so it was my turn. So I stood up all night watching, and her lips turned blue a couple times. I was scared. So again, silent prayer. But we fought, we ate, we drank, and we tried to take a few steps because we were oxygen deprived, we couldn't walk. So we took a few steps at a time, and a few steps, a little longer. We got outside the door. We got down the hallway to the elevator. Then one day we got downstairs. We had to turn back because we couldn't. And then one day we went half a block. Then we went a block, and we kept pushing, and things got better. So again, I kind of felt like, one day I told God, I owe you. So her and I walking down the street, and we discovered this church. Who was it, Ma?
It was the night fair that they had. Brianna and Dante were there and told us about the church. I had been looking for a church, hadn't found one. I wanted one within walking distance.
Kind of came together, huh?
Yeah. And he actually came with me the first time. He didn't the second time, but he did the first time, and then about every time thereafter. It's just that one, I think, that you missed.
Well, why did I come?
Why did you come? Because of me.
Yeah, but why did what did I tell you? I told her that I'm only coming to support you. I'm not into the church stuff. And yada, yada, yada. And you told them the rest.
Well, yeah, we started coming, started participating together in the different events that happen with loving the city, grilling out at the beach.
Oh, it was cool.
Yeah. Things like that. And now he texts the pastor and Markel and smack talks when it comes to football.
Congratulations on the win. I was resistant, very resistant to churches because of what has happened to my childhood, throughout. My mother was everything. I went from abuse in Catholic school to Pentecostal to Jehovah's Witness and all the nonsense, and those pastors from the past, they were just horrid and doing terrible things to people in the guise of God, and looking at the South and how they preach and talk about the Bible and stuff, and then I just didn't like it, and I despised it, and I resisted the church. But this was different. This was not like a church. This was just a bunch of cool people that just like, this is a cool group of people, and we saw that baptism. He did the baptism.
Oh, at the beach.
At the beach. Yeah. I said, wow, that's baptism. I haven't seen a baptism since I was cool. So those little things stayed with me. And one day during one of your sermons, you asked about God. And I was holding my girl's hand and praying. Don't believe I was praying. And I just raised my hand. Said, I'll give you a try. And it's been a struggle, but it's meant a lot to me because I've seen a lot of changes, and it's keeping my focus away from the things that are going on to the focus of the things that should be going on. It brought me closer to community. It brought me closer to understanding and knowing God. We've been out there trying to serve the community, the homeless, feeding the people, challenges her homework, she gets homework, and it's been eye-opening. So Lumina City has brought a lot more family and community to me, to us, and we're here, and now it's like from 0% of our time to 30% of our time here helping the church and the community. So hopefully we can do more. No?
Yes.